Yeah.
You just based on science.
No, it's not I base it on science. Scientific fact is not something which we see in air. You see, science is something like this plant is green. You can see it green? Yeah, you can see it green. You can verify there is a plant here. Now, if any text tells me there is not a plant here or this plant is black, I will think he is lying because I can see it green. Scientific facts are things we have established 100%. I'm not talking of theories. I'm not talking of things which we are not sure of. Fact. And if anything contradicts scientific fact, that has to be wrong. The fact stands.
Just final comment. It's just that, I think you might misunderstand what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's just a science talk, and so we need a lot of scientific explanations. But there are also other ways of reading the Quran. I just wanted to point out that you don't just read the Quran in science kind of like.
Oh yeah,
You can read it. You can approach it in different ways, historically, spiritually, psychologically.
yeah, you could do it. You could do it. But as the same comment as I said, I as a scientist, if you have to give me a way of approaching Quran. Okay, I will accept your way, but it should have a test to disprove Quran. Any way you are taking, so that it doesn't you don't presuppose it to be right. Take any way, but give me a concrete way that I can actually sit down at a secular way, not in a religious sense. In a secular sense, I can disprove it. If you give me a falsification test for Quran in any of your ways, go like okay. At a spiritual way, one of the things I really like doing is I pray to God. If this is right, because if you believe in God, okay, one of the things could be you could pray to God. If this is right, then take me closer to it. And if this is wrong, take me away from it. People who are really linked to God, okay, God is some reality we can even know axiomatically, as I put it, from soul. Okay, so if you know God axiomatically, one of the ways you could approach it, okay, now I know God and morality axiomatically. Now I'm given this external text. Is it really from God or not? Let me pray to God. And if I really believe strongly in God, maybe He will turn my heart. If you're really spiritual, that could be there. But in this way also, you're leaving the possibility of disproval. For me, no matter what way you consider, you have to leave a possibility to disprove. Yeah.
We'll be taking one more question.
Yes.
You made an argument as to why the Quran is divine. Does the Quran itself give any proof as to the existence of God?
I think one of the beautiful things that Quran comes up with is, it doesn't argue about God. It presupposes God in human consciousness. Okay? And then it does talk about look at nature and look at the world around you, and there is an organization. But if I wanted to come to the debate of how would I prove God and what could be the best proof of God, the thing I would come up with is, you see, by God I understand the ultimate reality to the universe. Now in this way, my God becomes a tautological concept. It becomes meaningless to say there is no God, because whatever is the ultimate reality to the universe is the God. And what I think Quran really refers is like, look at it, the God there is not unconscious, it's a conscious being. It's a being capable of making very nice, very organized universe. And that's beautiful. The universe functions according to very nice laws. And I think if all these laws are derivative laws, you see. One of the approaches is that. One of the approaches Quran does is that at a psychological level, it presupposes that God exists in every human consciousness, and that at a conscious level, it says, look at the nature, look at this, look at the beautiful organization of world around you, and understand that there's a pattern. There's a pattern. I'm not talking of things like creationism and all. I hate these ideas. I think universe is properly organized into a beautiful pattern, and this pattern is logical and consistent, and that's it. The most fundamental, these logics are one derived from another, and the most fundamental of these logical patterns is the most logical of all the logical patterns. And for me, this most logical, most fundamental reality to the universe is God. And the most important thing is this God is self-conscious. It's beyond space and time, definitely, because space-time was created 13.7 billion years ago. Anyway, but Yeah, that is how I understand God. I think that was the last question I was supposed to take. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have my question?